Okay, so we bring awareness to the practice. We've stopped, we've offered the activities, we've set an intention, we're trying to be impeccable, and we're bringing awareness or mindfulness to each moment as fully as we can. Next step, number 6. Use that awareness to explore your reactions as you're doing your work and doing your job. And we bring awareness inevitably as we do whatever we're doing, whether it's psychotherapy, consulting, running an organization. We're going to have reactions. And we learn when we bring our awareness to those reactions. We look, for example, about our reactivity to how's this turning out. There may be anxiety or hope. There may be reactions to other people, anger, frustration with them getting in our way. There may be egoic appropriation, feeling proud if it's working well. And we may run up against our limiting beliefs, our psychological blocks and barriers. So we work with these. And we can either work with them therapeutically, kind of investigating them, releasing, or we can just bring awareness to them, knowing that if we bring awareness to them, they will unfold and release in their own time. So we work with, and we can always step back to a larger perspective. That's another skillful stance to problematic reaction. So, for example, if we're feeling anger, we can step back to a larger perspective. You're really angry with this person. You wish they were dead. Be patient. Yeah. Well, that's all you have to do. And my favorite story about anger, there's 2 psychologists talking to one another, and one said, I was having dinner with my mother the other day, and I made this horrible Freudian slip. I meant to say, Mother, would you pass the peas, please? And instead I said, you bitch, you ruined my life! Yeah. Oh. And one final context on anger. I mentioned that Ram Dass went to India and found a teacher, a guru. His guru was named Neem Karoli Baba, and Neem Karoli Baba wasn't big on anger, and was repeated to Ram Dass the importance of letting go his anger. And Ram Dass said to Neem Karoli Baba once, well, can't I even use anger to teach? And Neem Karoli Baba put his face right up and close to Ram Dass and said, no! Now, now, there's another reaction which is very common. And it's guilt. And I want to explore what may be a very controversial suggestion here. But it's an important one for us to reflect on. This is something I'm kind of exploring and would be interested in reactions. Guilt is clearly one of the great emotional traps for us. As it said, guilt is the gift which keeps on giving. It's painful and often destructive. And how many times have we seen people in our offices who are tormented by guilt from something they did years or even decades ago? And almost all of us, including most therapists, believe that guilt is necessary and functional at some level. Now, I want to raise a potentially controversial suggestion. As far as I can see, for mature adults, guilt is neither necessary nor helpful. Now, to clarify this, we need to take a look at what guilt is. Now, surprisingly, I've asked a lot of therapists. Most therapists can't come up with a good definition of guilt or differentiate it from regret. I want to suggest that guilt is regret plus self-attack. It's not just, I made a mistake. It's, I made a mistake and I'm bad and I deserve to suffer. Well, beware, the mind will create as much suffering as we believe we need. And if we believe we deserve to suffer, we probably will. And most people believe they need guilt or they'd run amok. In other words, the belief in our need for guilt is founded on an assumption of lack of self-trust. That I can't trust myself. Well, I want to ask, who is it who's so ethical they're willing to make themselves guilty and suffer in order to be ethical? You know, it's a very paradoxical and curious situation. So I just invite you as psychologists to explore this possibility in your clients and yourselves, that for not kids, but for mature adults, guilt just may not be necessary or functional. But as long as we believe we need it, we'll have it. So it's a very important limiting belief to investigate and explore.